This is hands down, absolutely my greatest work.
Fancy intro music, yeah! Woohoo!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel where you got a double edition of Rev today. So welcome in, and today we're going to talk about, or at least in this episode of the later video today, we're going to talk about the brand new primes that just dropped, and we're going to talk about the value that they bring to your game, or maybe not. Well, actually they do. I'll go ahead and say that up front, and also my opinion. Now real quick, let me go ahead and state this before anybody gets anything construed. I'm going to give you the pure facts of how these work throughout about the first half of this video. And then I'm going to give you my opinion of how I feel about them personally at the end. So if you're just here for do these give me power, first half of the video will get you covered, maybe like the first 6 or 7 minutes. If you want to know how I feel about it, hit towards the end of the video, and then also maybe check out the Twitch channel, which I'm sure will have plenty of opinions. But let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So those who may have seen or may not, there are 2 new primes available as of today: Prime Efficient Ship Engineering and Prime Efficient Ship Parts. What do these do? And you see we got $200 packs on my screen. Well, if you go into your station tree, you'll find 2 new primes available that you can invest in. And these are actually multiple level primes. Yes, we've had that before. It was the faction primes. These, however, have 10 levels and will allow you to scale based on your ops. So for example, the highest that I can personally take these as level 47 is actually, or I'm level 46, is tier 7, because they scale. You have to be tier or level 56 to make it to tier 10 and max them out. So these will be something that long term you could buy piecemeal and scale out and get better rewards as you level up. And visually, it doesn't look that bad with a 60, not that bad, dolomite particle entry fee. Now, how does it actually look? If I was going to apply this and see it, well, what does that return look like? I'm going to give you the visual right now. So this is from one of the people in my Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord, the link is in the description of this video. I encourage you to do that. On the right side of the screen, you can see a pretty significant cost reduction for this North Cuts parts. And the top is before the purchases, and the bottom right is level 6 of both. So what they did is they spent $200 for each. They spent $400 total. I'm showing you what it looks like, not telling you to make the purchase, but you can see a very, very significant reduction. People are going to probably see value in that. I definitely see why people would see value in that, and that's completely okay. But let's keep going. Let's talk about the overall value of these 2. You can literally see, though, that reduction is a big deal. And the whole idea of these is they're going to save you in cost of ship parts, in ore, crystal, gas, titanium, and dilithium. So it's kind of covering all the bases. Sounds good. It really does. Like it kind of sounds pretty damn good. So how far will these packs get you? Let's back out real quick and take a look. The first set of packs will get you to tier 5 on both. So in terms of total cost, let's get into how much this actually costs you as a player. If you were, say, a level 56, how much do you need to invest to get the full value of what these packs are offering? Well, it might seem like it's not that bad, because these actually take you to the first 5 levels. But here's the tricky thing. You're going to get 1,800 dolomite particles in each pack. So $100 each, or $200 total, will actually take both of them to tier 5, getting you halfway. Your logic would then go, oh, well, I'm halfway. I would then spend another $200. Wrong. You wouldn't. Now, this is not the opinion section yet. This is the fact section. I think it's important for everybody to know. Here's how it actually works. Once you hit tier 6, so you've completed the first 5, tier 6 and beyond costs 1,200 dolomite particles each. So that means 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 5 more levels, and the packs start paying out 1,200 dolomite particles. That means the last 5 levels each cost $500. So quick math, we spend 100, then we spend 500, that's 600, but wait, there's 2, so $1,200 to max out both of these 10 level primes. That's the total cost. Now, will this improve your gameplay? It will significantly reduce the current cost that you see based on 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, etc. But here's the problem I worry about. Now we're getting into the Rev's opinion version of this. We're getting into the Rev's opinion version. So real quick, this is Rev's opinion. Here's kind of the problem that I see. One, scaling primes, I hate. By principle, a prime for years has been a $100 prime, and it gave you a set stuff, and that was it. It didn't scale. Then they released the faction primes that had $500 per faction, and they scaled. And I don't like that. But let's take it beyond that. One thing that we know is ship parts and materials are two of the biggest bottlenecks in the game. In fact, in 4-star and 5-star, you can argue that materials may be a bigger bottleneck than ship parts, but both are fantastically large bottlenecks. But here's my biggest concern. My biggest concern is that you're going to need to see these researches, and you're going to need these researches to simply exist in what's coming in the future. What does Rev mean by that? This is a complete guesstimation. This is Rev giving personal opinions, not leaking anything, just giving my own personal thoughts. We know that every couple of years, this game releases a new area of the game. New areas are premium areas. We understand that there are premium features, meaning it's new. Premium areas have a premium expense, and we get that. It almost feels like this is a premium expense before the premium expense actually drops, thus necessitating you actually buy this premium expense before you need to preemptively spend later, because if you don't buy this and get a 700% reduction, are you going to be able to even realistically afford the ridiculously high price things that will come when the new feature rolls out? So you have to preemptively spend to lower the spending you will spend when you would have spent if you didn't preemptively spend. Oh my God, my head. So my big concern here is these scaling primes are simply preparing you and making you spend to what I see as a potential entry level. As in, if you really want to be a 6-star player, and I know I'm speaking to a subsect of the players here, I'm speaking to those high levels right now. How I feel when I see stuff like this, it basically says, hey, your entrance fee to being in the 6-star just to get in is $1,200. Because you really, let's be honest, when 5-star rolled out, was it more expensive by a factor of 2 than 4-star? No, it was more expensive by several factors. So logically, we assume 6-star will do the same. And they could very well shock us. But when 4-star rolled out, significantly more expensive than 3-star. When 5-star rolled out, significantly more expensive than 4-star. So it's logical to assume that trend continues, which then would seem to necessitate having this type of preemptive spending before that happens. Invest heavily in this, not to make your spending easier now, but to make your spending easier for the future. And this is why I have a big problem, because not only has historically older primes eventually opened up to a free-to-play path, which hasn't really happened in a while, but now we're getting primes that are no longer just buy a prime and you're done. It's a multi-level, hundreds of dollars investment to simply make things feel bearable. Am I wrong in believing that? I know the music is a little bit upbeat, but I'm just being honest. Like when I look at these, I don't see value in terms of being valued. I just simply see charging me to play the game. That's how I feel. Now, this is complete opinion. I'm not saying that you should buy or not buy. You do whatever you want to do with your money. Personally, I struggle to support this whole idea that we should scale somebody's spending and incentivize they continue to do it basically for months to even years, depending on what level you're getting into this, instead of just charging a flat rate for a bonus. Now we really are talking about pay to win and pay to play versus pay to progress. Because this is a significant change to the game, but it's such an absorbent cost. And I also feel like, personal opinion, this is just Rev talking. This is not me being a representative. This is just me playing the game. The fact that it shows such a low entrance fee, but ends up scaling to ridiculously high marks. Like you get the first 5 for a cheap price, but then you kind of have that sunk cost fallacy kick in where, hell, I've already invested and I feel like I got to keep going. I can't go back. I can't stop. I might as well get the rest of them. And that's also where the OPSOC comes in, because like, well, I spent $400 on this so far, but that was months ago. Now I'm another level. I'll just use my budget this month to do it. And that's how they continue to get you with the singular prime. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that new ones are going to come out. This is not the end all be all last efficient prime you ever see for ship parts. How do I know? Well, simple. 2 months ago, a $100 one just came out. And yet the value of this has drastically diminished thanks to these brand new ones. Again, buy whatever you want to. But when I look at these, I go, well, damn, we just had an increase to efficiency, now only to scale it out. And then also doing it in a way where somebody can do a small investment, but then feel pressured to do more later on for a higher pay. I am staunchly against this ideology. If you want to charge me a Prime, fine, $100. Give it to me. It's already a high cost in terms of gaming anyway. But at least it's a singular purchase that doesn't, really egg me on to do it again 6 months later. So there's the little bit more reserved, a little bit more tame thought when I look at this and go, do I see any value? Does it change your game in a positive way? Damn right it does. It really does. And I'm not here to deny that. And if you don't give a flippity flapjack about Rev's opinion, fantastic. Look at these screenshots again. This is what level 6 gave to a Northcut. Extreme savings. And it costs $400 to get exactly what's on that screen. And if that is valuable to you, then ladies and gentlemen, it is your money and you buy whatever the heck you want to buy. But as for Rev, I won't support scaling primes. Even if somebody who's a high spender comes in this channel and says, hey, I'll give you $1,200 to get them, I'd still say no. I won't support stuff like this. If you're going to offer something that is a pay to progress faster, I'm okay with it. But this is, to me, crossing a line, and I just can't support it. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's how it works. And there's the little bit more subdued opinion of Rev. I recorded this twice so that my second one wouldn't be as fiery as my first. But you can always come to my Twitch later and ask me then. Anyway, hope to give you the information you were looking for. Live long and prosper. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. Appreciate White Line Zombie for helping me out and giving me this information. And I hope you're having a fantastic rest of your day. Catch you on Twitch later. That's it. Yeah, I'm out.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.